Hey guys, it's Bible Girl, and welcome to another day of VEDA. So today I wanted to talk about something that might come off as controversial. Maybe not so much, but my little hot take of gratitude. Over the last year, I've heard a lot of annoying things about Disney, and in general, it happens. Disney is, I'll be honest, like it's this giant, multi-billion, probably more, dollar corporation, and with that, to get the benefits that corporations have, you make tons of money. You don't always pass the money around like it should be, but the fact of the matter is, that's corporate America. That's global capitalism. Right, wrong, or indifferent. It is what it is. And I don't see Disney pushing very hard past what other companies do. And I've seen a lot of companies that do a lot worse. So that out of the way. My husband has worked for the Walt Disney Company almost 2 decades, just a little under 2 decades. And, I would joke when we were dating and stuff like, that's a really secure job. They're not going to close Disneyland anytime soon. And lo and behold, a global pandemic happens and they close Disneyland. And I have so many feelings in regards to the closure of Disneyland and everything related to it. I mean, sometimes, like, I still haven't let my kid go into a store in the last year. I take this stuff very seriously on my account. I just met my kid's baby for the first time, and he's been around for months and months and months, and I'm incredibly cautious, so I understand the closure from that regard, but never in my life had I thought the little small church that I work at that is not in an affluent area where I am part-time would continue to have money to pay me versus Disney. So my husband went on furlough a little over a year ago. And it was scary. It was scary. In a big part because I also didn't know, like, is my job going to exist day by day? Praise God, it has. Some paychecks have been smaller, but I've never stopped having a paycheck over the course of this year for me, and that's helped a lot. And I thank God for unemployment and for stimulus money and for bonus unemployment money because, we have a home and we have food and can pay for our electricity and the AC and the heat. And at the start of this was all very, very scary to me because I didn't know what would happen financially for us. But in the midst of that, no matter what anyone's going to say, big evil Disney, they didn't feel so big and evil to me. And I want to thank Disney. I don't know how I would have felt this past year if it weren't for Disney. My husband got furloughed, but they still covered our health insurance this whole year. They covered our life insurance, our dental insurance, my husband's education. He's getting a master's degree, and for over a year, more than 365 days he was not in work. He just went back on Monday. And they paid for him to go to school all year. They sent us direct deposits to cover the cost of textbooks. And that's just not something we can do without them. Knowing that the difference that master's degree is going to make for our family, either within Disney or outside of Disney or whatever, because that's sometime later, hopefully still within Disney and growing, because, again, I appreciate the company. It means the world. It means the world to me. And I don't know what I would have done without my health insurance this year. I really don't. When I got off my parents' insurance, I qualified because, again, we're at a small church, and at the time I made less and gotten certain raises and stuff. I qualified for Medi-Cal, which is the California low-income free medical insurance in the state. But due to the county saying one thing and the state saying another, and it was drama, and I had to deal with a lot of stuff. It was over a month or so where I didn't have health insurance at all. And, I was fairly healthy 20-something, so it wasn't a big deal, but I was scared. I had, this lingering concern. I had, a small infection on a finger, and I was terrified that, what's going to happen? I can't afford to go to an emergency room right now. I can't afford any of that stuff. Thankfully, I was dumb once and didn't finish a thing of antibiotics, so I took it and my finger got fine. But yeah, I was very nervous as a single healthy 20-something for that month. I was very tense, waiting for the health insurance to kick in, and I, honest to God, don't know what would have happened this year. COVID was really hard. Not being sick with it, because I haven't, thank God, but the fear of it all. I was petrified at the beginning of everything. Panic attacks daily throughout the day. Very strong, consistent panic attacks at the beginning of all this. I have no shame to it. And I needed help to deal with all that. And just knowing, for one, that my health insurance was there and it was paid for, and we didn't have to do anything about it, was part of what made me be able to get through the day. And I started seeing a therapist because it was really hard for me. The fear and the anxiety, and my brother being very, very sick and not being able to be near him, and a million other things going on in isolation. And what do I do with this little kid that's stuck away from the world? And it was so much bubbling inside of me, and so hard. And I had to see a therapist every week for a while, and now I see her twice a month. And I only paid 2 or 3 times because the insurance just decided to cover the whole thing for free. And usually you're paying into it because on my husband's paycheck we would be paying into it, but for a year, almost a year, the Walt Disney Company paid for me to have therapy when I needed it, when it was really hard for me. For almost a year, the Walt Disney Company has covered the vast majority of the costs through our health insurance of medications that my family takes for the vast majority of a year. For over a year. Disney made it so we could survive in that way. And I know, if we had lost our money, if they didn't cover and everything, we could have applied for Medi-Cal and the medical stuff for little kids and everything. But knowing how many people were going through everything and the insanity of it all and the overflowing of the state, I don't know how fast we would have got it. Like I said, it was a month, not in the pandemic, when I needed it before, and just knowing how scared I would have been. If one of us got sick, we couldn't afford to deal with it. I have to pay for this hospital room that I couldn't afford, and we don't have much to glad we have 2 cars. And like secondhand furniture. Like, we do not have collateral or money to pay for stuff like that. So thank you, Disney. I'm sure no one from Disney will ever see this, but thank you. Thank you for protecting my family this year. For making me feel safe. For giving me peace. A therapist. Disney has been a blessing from God this year. There's no other way to word that. So I'm very thankful for them and all they gave us. And I'm so happy my husband's back at work because he can't wait to just jump on in. And just a couple days in, he's so happy to be back at work. He missed Disney so much. All right, guys. Sad little face girl. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.